I've got
Yeah.
some save stuff.
To import a deck, there should be like little globes on the right side of your screen. You just hit a deck, I think is just what it says.
Oh, choose deck.
Yeah, and then you'll take the link, copy paste it in there, and it'll just spawn in the deck.
Oh, okay. Do you have a link for a deck?
I yeah, I sent it to
Oh,
you.
you just sent something.
Is
Oh,
it
thanks.
is that one the new? It's the new rules, right? Delete that one.
The you talking about the book on the table?
No, your deck in
Yeah, it's
5030.
the like one of the first decks we made and played together on with Arthurian Legends out.
Okay.
So
I don't
I
think I
can.
have any decks together. I got this one, I guess.
All right, mouse over and hit R to
Yep.
shuffle.
Yep. All right. So
Uh,
basically, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now you're gonna win this game. Because I'm not going to use this deck to what it can do, because I want
okay,
you to learn to play instead of
sure.
like just sitting here and
Yeah, I was
teaching me some
scared
stuff.
you were gonna pick this deck because of the Drums of Doom. That
No, no, no. I don't think. Oh, well, let me see. I don't think it's got that in there. I think this is the
Oh,
original version.
how do you do that? How do you look at a deck? Like just search through the cards.
You right click and hit search, and it will show you everything in the deck. Yeah, this deck doesn't
Uh,
have Drums of Doom in it. I haven't brought that one in yet, Sean.
oh,
that
I see it. Yeah.
it's a terrifying thing. I'm gonna be surprised if they don't like clarify the rules and make it to where Drew can't do that.
All right. So the first thing we do is we shuffle our decks and shuffle our piles,
Yep.
and you'll draw 3 from each, unless you're playing the Pathfinder.
Okay.
Okay.
If I hit three, so put, and you can't see these cards that just showed up in my hand.
Correct. I don't think Sean can either.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Well, let me see if I can make it to where he is.
Make me omnipotent.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that. Um, wait, Sean, you can hover over us and hit Alt Shift, right?
Alt Shift? No, it
Okay,
just shows me
would
the
you?
back of the card.
Okay.
It's
What is
fine.
the I know what alt does, but what does the shift do?
So say you've got a card, right? Face
Uh
down.
huh.
You can hit Alt and Shift, and it will show you what that card is without flipping it over. So go ahead and try it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And
I
then
see.
when you hover over it, you can hit Alt, and it'll blow the card up so you can see it better. And then Shift doesn't do anything by itself.
Got it. Okay.
So I'm going
That makes sense.
to. Oh, F flips the card over.
Okay.
You will have cards that tell you to put cards face down and stuff like that, but we're gonna
Yeah.
use. And then I'm going to put back 2 cards. With the new sorcery rules, you can put back up to 3 cards from your entire hand, and then draw that many from the top.
So the mulligan rules, I can put any three back on on the bottom of the respective deck.
Yep.
Yes, and then you draw
All right.
that many. So from the respective deck that you put it back on top of. So you can put like 1 land or one atlas and 2 spells, or 1 spell, 2 atlas, or 3 spells, 3 atlas. It doesn't matter as long as you're drawing the same number from that deck.
Okay. Uh, I feel like I can work with what I've got, so I'm not gonna.
Okay. So I rolled a 3. The same rules as
So
Magic.
I
If
hit.
you go first, you don't draw.
Okay.
Um,
So I got a 16.
yeah. So you choose. I guess you're gonna probably go first.
Yeah, I'll
Now,
go first.
the the
Yeah.
only thing you can do on your first turn is tap your avatar to play a site under your avatar. That's the only thing you can do. Well,
It'll
it's not
generate
the
a
only thing you
mana.
can do. Yeah, you can generate a mana and then use that mana. Your deck
Okay.
does that deck have cores in it?
Here, let me go. No, this one does not have cores in it, but it has one mana, singular one mana play in it. Which, if you don't have Owl in your hand, then you
I do have an L, so I
so
will actually make use of that, I think. Uh,
So you'll have to tap your avatar because that's the only thing that he can do right now.
Ooh, that's a
Okay.
fat ass play in turn one. E
How
will
do I
rotate
tap
it.
him?
Yeah, E rotates it.
Okay.
And then there's a way you can so
It's
in the
top
top corner or the top area, you see the rotation degrees number
where
on
it
your
says
I
screen.
like
do, yeah.
games, objects, da 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 da.
You can tell it to rotate 90 degrees on a tap of E or Q, and it will.
Okay. Uh, all right,
There you
cool.
go. So now you're just tapping like that. So you'll tap your avatar and play your site.
Okay.
That is a fat turn one
That's
land to
that's a good
have.
one.
That is
That's a
like the
pretty good one.
perfect start. You can push U on the site and it'll put it below your avatar.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
And that
And
will
then,
come into play when we do talk about submerge and
oh yeah, if you want to be underneath. Okay, so I guess it does make sense to. Oops. I see what you're doing. Okay. And then when I play the owl, he can only be played on this particular place, right?
he
Correct.
can only be played in a place where you have a land, right? So
Okay.
your lands are where you can play your stuff, but there are cards that will allow you to break that rule.
Which is this deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of it's a scary thing for me, but my avatar is pretty good, so I'm not gonna. Like I said, you're gonna win this game because I'm not going to
Do all
do
out.
the. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the crazy things that this card can do.
I was curious about the druid. I looked at this card and it seems like so when you tap and you summon Brune and flip him, once he's flipped, is there no way to flip him again and bring out Brune?
So no, you get one Bruin, right?
Okay.
But the Bruin is a 4 power beast that you just tap your avatar to get.
It's pretty
So
good.
it's
Even
a
when he's flipped, I thought.
so you flip him,
Oh.
and then you can change the state. I think no, you can't change the state. What he does on the other side is you can tap to play or draw a site, and then everything that comes. So say if I'm here, anything
Hmm.
that goes into this area here or here takes 1 damage.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, then this deck is basically built on making that unbelievably good.
Nasty. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
drums of doom is an artifact that gives whatever in nearby lethal. So combined with druid, if you take a step toward him,
Oh
it will
wow.
do a damage and kill
Oh
you.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think they need to change that because that makes it like you have to play ranged or like have
Yeah.
projectiles. That's like your only option. That's pretty nuts to me.
That's wild. I can see what you're saying. Yeah.
all right, okay, so that was your first turn. So I gotta
Yeah.
go now. I will go. I will start by tapping my druid and putting this here, and because it is a site that Tawny is not on, Tawny gets put on the site.
That's right.
This Tawny is a spellcaster, which is very relevant. All right, it is your turn. So you can hit this turn start button down here, and it'll untap everything for you.
Oh nice. Okay. Oh, it untaps your stuff too.
Yeah, if you have my stuff highlighted, it will. It's all good though.
Oh, I see.
All right, now
Uh,
when you draw a card for your turn, you choose either your spell deck or your atlas. So for your sorcerer is really
yeah,
good because it allows you to draw a site or an atlas by tapping, which is very, very powerful. So
Spell
you get
book
to
or
draw a
else.
card for your turn, and you get to draw a card with the sorcerer if you're not going to play a
so
land.
don't I always want to play a land though?
Not necessarily. So let's see. The highest cost card in the entire deck is 6. So once you hit that 6 point, you can just start drawing 2 cards every turn.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
it all really depends on how the play style of you is, right? So if you want to
Yeah,
play multiple cards a turn, then sure, you want as much land as you can get. But what we will get into is those lands will eventually become a problem because you have to defend them.
they start to. Yeah, you can take damage if. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, I want to get like, how do you ping again? Is there a ping way?
I think it's control right click. No,
Maybe.
control left click. No, alt click, alt
Uh,
right click.
that's
No,
all good.
shift right click.
Well, what I was trying to, I guess you could see my pointer anyway.
Yeah.
But this area, like I don't want to risk not getting this spot. Is that accurate?
To me, no.
So
Really? Okay.
Sean and I have very different views, right? My view is that I'm gonna beat your face in, right? So I want to be as
Yeah,
close to you as possible. So the first thing that I want to do is build that bridge.
got it.
Sean has a more defensive approach where he will build over here or over here instead. Because say if I'm playing Battle Mage, Battle
Hmm.
Mage just is in your face the whole time, and if you build that bridge to the Battle Mage, you're just gonna start taking unnecessary damage the whole game.
Okay.
But what
I got what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's strategic, and that's one of the cool things about this game is that you do kind of have to play chess.
So
Okay.
if you want to, you can. But in my opinion,
I
your deck summons creatures to the other side of the field, so there's no real reason to connect the land
need to
bridge.
do that. Okay.
You got to
Uh,
draw, so choose what one you're going to draw.
so and it makes more sense that you're saying to draw from the spell book, I'm guessing.
For now, since you have
Yeah,
2 additional lands, unless you're like
Yeah.
hurting for threshold.
No, I should be okay, I think. So okay, I drew one from the spell book and then I'll tap to draw another from the spell book.
He's doing it.
so you're not gonna play a land?
Uh I guess you were saying I don't need to,
Well, you don't
or
have to.
But you will
Uh,
need mana
well,
to.
yeah, you don't have any mana right
yeah,
now except
okay.
for that one.
So I will play a land. I'm gonna
Okay.
do that then. Uh and all land provides mana, right?
Yeah,
Correct,
well,
unless otherwise
yeah,
stated.
unless it states otherwise. So
The
you're
lone tower says if this is the only lone tower you control, gain one.
Yep.
All
So you'll get 2
yeah,
for the turn.
right.
yeah.
Two
So
plus this joyous guard.
Yes.
yes,
So you'll
Did I
have a
get
total
three?
of 3.
yeah. So it's ramp
Okay,
basically, and it's pretty good.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
do that.
there's 3 different ones that do that. All 3 are in your deck.
Excellent. So I play that, and we will play.
Is it
Castle
a
High.
castle haunt? Okay, so you don't want to do that. You
Okay,
want to put that on one of my lands. So the reason being is because it says it can be placed on any unique or
Elite.
elite
oh,
site.
it doesn't have to be my unit. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, why else would it have that ability? I get it.
Well, the cool thing is that it's also 3 mana for 4 power. So if you want to take this land back and play your other one, so that you can ramp next turn to 4 mana instead,
This
that's
might
completely
work.
up
Let
to
me
you.
think. If this
Okay,
is
He's
so
a
yeah, this
void
card,
creature, baby.
this card in and of itself is a void creature, right? So
So
it has void walk.
you can
What
put
that
it
means is you can
anywhere.
put it anywhere that there is a void.
holy shit. Okay,
Yeah.
so I could put it.
You could
What's
put
to
it
stop me
you could
from
put it
putting it
right
right here? Yeah,
not a dang thing. You could put it right there if you wanted to.
The
it
one
seems like
thing,
a good idea, but
yeah, the only thing you really want to worry about is that Justin can just place a site under it next turn, but
uh,
Justin only has 2 available damage to him right
I have a
now.
bottomless pit in my hand.
Oh, well, then you would fall into the ether at that point. So, but you can place it there. That's what I typically do.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good it's a good slow your roll type thing.
And so stealth, what does that do?
I can't target it as long as it is on in a void, right? I think is what it says.
No,
Got it.
stealth
Yeah.
is
Well,
in
stealth.
general.
Oh yeah, so stealth is can't be targeted for an attack or a spell.
Yeah, so you can't be hit by projectiles, you can't be targeted, you can't be intercepted, and your attack can't be defended.
Okay.
So
Are
I
there
think,
stealth tokens or anything in this, or no?
yeah, there are. There's a token thing on the side of your screen. You can pop that in. So Void Assassin's unique because he can gain stealth back, but generally, once you lose your stealth, it is gone.
Okay. I'm not sure I see where you're talking about for the stealth.
There's the
On the
2
right side,
globes
there's
where you
choose
got
deck and create token.
yeah.
Oh, create token. Yep, I see it. Nice. Okay.
I think maybe it needs to be flipped. Maybe.
Yeah, just flip it over.
Uh,
There you
yep.
go.
All right, cool.
I am just gonna kill
I
the
think
next
that
one
would be my turn. That's cool. Yep, I figured you got something.
though. So I'm gonna draw.
And he has summoning sickness. There's no way for me to
Right.
like do anything with him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to tap my druid and put a bottomless pit here.
Okay. And that does
So
just so I
yeah,
read it.
because he doesn't have airborne, he will die.
Got it.
It just falls. But the cool
Yep.
thing is, you force him to play a land sideways.
Yeah. So I have 2 mana, and I can't do. Well, I can. I'm gonna put the amulet on the druid. So I'm gonna give the amulet to the druid. What this is an artifact that it is
Mhm.
holding. Your creatures can hold any number of artifacts. However, if they die or leave the realm, the artifact stays on the realm or in the realm, wherever they were
Interesting.
killed at.
And you can
There are
pick it up.
Yeah, and you can pick it up if you walk up to it. There are cards that say uh, target enemy unit or target enemy minion drops everything they're carrying, and that
Oh wow.
is wild. But I'm gonna move
Okay.
Tawny over here because she can fly.
Okay.
And
And
you
it's always
notice,
just one movement and you always have to tap when you move?
yes,
Yes.
and you have to
Okay.
declare your intent when you start to move. So you can say, say your phase assassin was here, and
Yeah,
I didn't play the bottomless pit there, but I played something else.
sure.
Say I would go, all right, I'm going to tap Tawny and attack your phase assassin. So that would use all of my movement. It would use all of my abilities here, and it would
Got it.
end the Tawny there. Now, if this was on the ground, I could say, Tawny's gonna pick up the amulet, carry it over, and attack the phase assassin.
Okay.
So
That makes
you
sense.
yeah.
And then picking up and exchanging an item, is that an action or is that kind of a freebie? Anything that's on the same
So
square?
when you're on the same square and you have to start your turn there, because you can pick it up on the way there, but you can't
Okay,
pick it up after you get there.
got
Does
it.
that make sense?
Yeah, that
So
makes
like,
sense. All right.
so in that instance, right? Say the okay, say the amulet's here, and I say, okay, well, I'm gonna have Tawny come over here and pick this amulet up. You can do that, but you can't say I'm gonna
Okay.
move over here, and then somewhere during the turn, your opponent drops an amulet. You can say, well, I can have Tawny pick that up, right? Well, so you can't. Right. So you have to declare your intent when you start to move.
Okay. I think I get that. I guess the other thing so when you play an artifact like that, you're using your mana. In this case, you only use one.
Yep.
And you can play it on any site that you have, or do you have to play it on your sorcerer?
So the amulet is an artifact, and it can be put into the hands of any minion you have,
Or you can play it on
Okay.
a site.
or you can put it on a site.
And if it's on a
Most
site, it just sits on the site unheld and doesn't give you any benefit.
Basically.
well,
There are
correct.
monuments and certain things that do certain different stuff, but in the case of the amulet, yes, it would just be a useless thing sitting there.
Okay, I got it.
And that will be my turn.
All right. And start turn. Oh, I don't. How do I unselect you?
I don't
Just
know
click
why it
somewhere
does
else.
it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. It's all right.
Okay.
Not too worried about it. I know that I can't use my druid for anything.
Yeah. So then.
Draw
Oh yeah.
for whichever you please.
So my try. I guess. What am I trying to do now? I guess.
With this deck, you have the potential to summon creatures to the other side, so you can just keep building mana back, or there are cards that need to walk forward, and you can start building the land bridge. It It's just up to you. I don't know what's in your hand, so
Yeah.
I will tell you that a land bridge is probably not your best bet right now.
Got it. In
My
that case,
this deck is very good at slowing things down. Like, because if you
do
get
that.
into this when you come in here, anything that comes in here takes 1 damage because of the Briar Patch.
Yeah,
it's like
that doesn't
magic
sound
though. When
useful.
you end the turn is ended, you do get your health back.
Yeah.
Unless it's your avatar.
Okay.
If we're going too fast or anything, just let us know, and I'm happy to slow down, man. Happy to answer any questions you have.
No, I think no, I appreciate you guys are answering all the questions very well. So thank you. We're
NEATHERLING
gonna
is
play
cracked.
the Men of Bling. I guess I can still tap my sorcerer to
So
draw a card. I'll do
if you
that before I play.
if you
You
played a
play
land,
this side.
you
Oh,
can't
yeah,
you
that's right.
can't yeah. So it's the only way you can play a land is to tap your sorcerer.
I guess it
Unless
makes if I don't play the land, I could still I have a play. I don't know if that's setting me back too far.
It's really up to you. You're stronger.
you're stronger late
There's
game. That deck is stronger late game.
Yeah, there are
Okay,
bigger cards that are useful. So
got it. Okay, then I'll just stick to this play. I'm done.
Okay. All right.
Ling is cracked.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Too bad it'll never fucking touch me.
Yeah, there's literally a game where I got 2 out, connected the land bridge, and then on like turn 2, I was on top of him making discard hand his hand.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna play ruins here. And then I'm gonna put the Wall of Fire right here. And I'm gonna move Tawny there.
You conjure on a border of a site you control. Uh, whenever a unit passes through it, it takes 3 damage. Okay.
So importantly, that says atop a site you control. So it has to go right here.
And then if you had something with burrow, or if it was on a body of water, you could move underneath it and be unaffected.
Oh, okay. Would there have to be a body of water on both sides for you to do that?
Yes.
Or would the body of water just need to be on one side?
You'd have to
It would
have
have
two
to,
bodies of water.
yeah, 2 sites
Okay,
with water.
But you can burrow underneath it. It just says anything that passes through it on top.
got it. That makes sense.
So even my Tawny can't fly through there. Because it would
Oh,
die.
even with flying, because it's
Yeah.
still going through the top. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought airborne was its own additional
It is, but
region.
you'll see cards like Wall of Fire, and you'll see cards like Wall of Brambles. Wall of Brambles says anything that passes through this site on the ground takes 2 damage, where Wall of
Okay.
Fire just says anything that goes through it just takes 2 damage, or
So
three
it does
damage.
say anything that goes through it. It doesn't specify not being underground or in water. So why is it? I guess in my head, when I read that, I would say if you went through it, regardless of whether it was airborne, on the ground, or submerged or burrowed, it would take the damage. But no.
It's because it
So
says atop.
so because it says atop and the whole region thing
Uh,
happens, uh,
got it.
it does not hit anything underneath. So flying still gets hit, void walk still gets hit, everything else still gets hit if that's on top, but anything
Okay.
underneath is not the same region.
And that's all because of the word atop. I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right,
And
that
this I
makes
think
sense.
this might be a beta version. Yeah, this is the beta wording too, so it is kind of updated. But that is
Okay.
all I'm going to do with my mana for the turn.
All right. I don't think I have you selected, but I'm clicking start turn.
Fuck that guy,
And
man.
still,
You know.
yeah. And then I withdraw. Uh,
So see
so I,
there in that situation, I
yeah.
might have drawn a site because you want to make mana, and I'm not doing anything to pressure you. So
Okay.
you can draw a site, or you can you can do what you were gonna do, but you're still gonna be able to play that site this turn and still have mana to play another creature if you want to. Versus you
Yeah.
can't.
Let's get the sites out.
And the best thing about playing sideways is you've already started the foundation for getting around the wall of fire.
That's right.
For now.
This deck makes you
Uh,
run an obstacle course, I'm not gonna lie.
Should I be playing it all the way out to the corners, or
I
should
would
I
start
kind of
moving
just?
forward.
Yeah. If
Okay,
you put pressure on me to get something set up to where you're not going to, or you're putting pressure on me to not mess up something. So you have 5 mana, because I think that's one of the ones that gives you 2 mana.
Yep.
yeah. I mean, I can just put. I don't know if it pays to just play creatures, just to play creatures, but
Well, the Castle Haunt
uh,
can't do anything for you. If you put that on my bottomless pit, it'll die.
And
what
it
about?
can't move outside of the site you play it on or it dies.
So you want
Ever?
to, yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
castle.
what the
That's why
card
it's so
says.
strong, right? A 3/4. It can be played on the enemy side. The downfall is that it can't go anywhere. So you want it
Got it.
to be on their side to just beat their face in, and they have to respond to it.
I see. I didn't. I see what you're saying. It dies if it leaves the summon site. Well, that's a
Yeah.
bummer. Okay. And this is the only land I have, so I'm wasting this ramp. It seems like
Oh, okay.
we'll get another.
You said double mana fling.
Yeah.
I don't like those things.
They're bad
Uh,
boys, you know.
does it pay to like move him up here?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Slow down, bud. Just slow down, all right? Airborne? That's airborne, right?
Yeah.
Airborne
Yeah.
can fly diagonally.
Okay. Is it dumb to put all your creatures on the same site? Is it like?
Yes.
It's very
Okay.
dangerous for you.
Yeah, I won't do that.
There's
We'll see how
things
this
like
plays.
earthquake, which sucks up a 2x2 area, and it buries everything. Poison nova kills everything nearby. So I would
Okay.
never bunch up creatures. As try to
Yeah,
avoid it as much as you can.
But
makes sense.
he also knows the deck you're playing against, and it does run poison
It
nova.
does have
So.
poison nova in it. Yes.
Fair. In that case, I think that's my turn. I can't do much else.
I think I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna draw a site because okay.
What you gonna
Yeah, you run out
do?
of gas real fast, man. Only having one card in hand now.
Yeah, you have Unlikely Alliance in the deck and Grandmaster Wizard, which Unlikely Alliance, for however many rarities you have on the field, it will draw you a card, and then Grandmaster Wizard draws you 3.
Actually, I'm gonna put this
Okay.
here. I'm gonna keep you off my butt for now.
But you are playing Sorcerer, so you can draw 2 for turn.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
make one of your men of bling fall into a deep dark hole and never return.
Okay. So if you burrow a creature that does not have burrowing, it dies. Same with
Yes.
submerge.
Yeah, same with submerge.
Okay.
The untapped or the
I'm
un.
guessing.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm not playing the giant that doesn't let you untap, so
Card's cracked.
I think you can just drop them there and it'll straighten them out. So no matter if they're
Oh,
tapped or
nice.
not. And then that'll be
Okay.
my turn.
All right. And now I need to figure out if I'm playing.
So
Uh,
he didn't put a site in front of you. You can put your site
yeah.
here and get around the wall of fire.
All right. So I
Yes,
need
but
to draw a site then.
that could also be part of my plan.
It could be. But if you can cut your opponent off early on, you limit their space to play mana, which can be extremely advantageous.
Yes, it can.
It does seem useful. We'll try it and see how much I regret it.
Okay.
Justin, play a fucking unique land, bro. What the hell going on, bro?
I don't
Seriously.
have any. I haven't drawn any.
You broke, boy?
um, Bring him up, and I guess I'll fly him here.
Okay. So you have 5 mana? 4 mana?
Yeah,
5 mana.
he's
You have
sitting on
5 mana.
5. You're basically
Uh,
completely online. So from now on, you can continue to draw sorceries instead of sites
lands.
until you come across something that you actually need the extra land for.
Okay, that makes sense. That's kind of convenient. That is my turn.
Okay. I said you were gonna win. I didn't say I was gonna make it easy on you. Oh,
Is that a unique? Is that an elite? Is
it's
that the?
it's it's a card I don't want to play.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna put a boneyard here.
Oh shit.
So you get to put a Men of Ling back on this boneyard,
Oh
unfortunately.
wow.
And I'm gonna have 5, so then I'm gonna play the Stone Gaze Gorgons here. Here. Yeah. Sorry.
Other minions at rest at adjacent locations are disabled. So immediately this Men of Lang is already disabled.
It is disabled. It does not untap. It does not do anything.
What does at rest mean? Just
This is at rest.
does it
So
have to be
like,
tapped though?
if you were like
It's,
had 7 league boots, which gives you +7 movement, you could run past the Gorgon and not be
Okay.
affected.
but because I played it while you had a tapped minion here, so this minion is at rest. So because of the Stone Gaze Gorgons, it is disabled. So it won't untap. You can't activate it. You can't move it. You can't attack with it. You can't do anything with it. Now the
Okay.
same is true for my stuff too. If my stuff dies, or if my stuff becomes tapped around it, then it also dies, or it
Oh,
also
interesting.
becomes, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prepare, and I'm gonna fly Tawny at your owl, and it's gonna die because no, your owl's not gonna die because my wall of fire kills my Tawny when I fly
Oh.
it through the border. I just want to be able to move my spellcasters up the map.
So even if you fly through the corner, it counts as flying through that border.
I would
Uh,
assume so.
yeah.
And one of
And
the
if
cool things about this game is that
Mhm.
there's something called the golden rule. Basically, it allows you to use common sense if you have a disagreement with your opponent. Um,
Okay.
so say like what was it, Sean, that we had that big question about?
I don't fucking know, dude. We have a lot of questions.
It was something, but it was a big deal, right? We didn't understand it, and we ended up playing it a certain way. And then when we got the judge ruling on it, they were like, "Of course, this all falls into the golden rule category. So if you and your opponent both agree to do this, then that's fine."
I
Was it
gotcha.
the tap thing? Guinevere and the giant?
I think so. I don't think we ever got an actual ruling on that because we just agreed that it's because can't beats can.
It's got an extra letter, bro. Four-letter word
Yeah.
bigger than 3-letter word. Get fucked.
But that's gonna be my turn. I tapped all my mana. I used all my mana.
Okay. Let's do this then.
Had to make sure I didn't cheat.
And I will grab a spell book. I will tap to draw another.
Yeah, so you're just gonna start drowning me in card advantage at this point.
He's
So
online, bro.
I'm gonna have to get defensive real quick.
So the Boneyard is a unique. You can play your Castle Hunt
Yeah,
there
you can
now,
play Castle Hunt there, and the thing
unless
that
you
sucks
have a
is
better
that I
option.
had to play it. So
And playing it on there, I could just attack it and start doing damage to your
Yeah,
minion.
yeah,
it'll have summoning sickness, so next turn you'll do it, but you can hit the land with the Men of Link, and it will do 2 damage to him.
Okay.
yeah. The
Uh,
crazy thing is that you do have to hit the avatar for the last point of damage.
So you'll hit
the
0,
last. Oh, I gotcha.
and then you have to hit him one more time.
That
But
makes
when they hit
sense.
0, they can no longer take damage for the rest of that turn. So
That's that Death Store.
yeah.
I think I remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they're so tactical move,
Oh, it's so
God.
good.
one at a time, each ally takes up to 2 steps. Could I step over the bottomless pit?
No, because you are going into that space, and anything that enters it that doesn't have airborne dies.
Can I move the Men of Lang that's disabled?
Well, I want to say no, but that's just because I don't want my avatar to get hit in the face. So the cool thing about it is, like, I'm gonna say that because it is a spell that's causing you to do it, then maybe.
Yeah.
I can ask the Discord real quick, just because they're both compelling arguments, right? Like one is a spell, but one does say just disabled.
Yeah. Does the question becomes, does the creature have to be able to be used to be moved with it?
Yeah.
So this is part of that golden rule thing, right? So if you're gonna take some steps, you're gonna take some steps either way.
Yeah. Allied mortal. That means like it has to say like mortal in
Yeah,
its
it'll say mortal
ordinary
in the.
beast.
So like this
Got it.
card right here says mortal
Okay.
on the text line. It'll
I
say
see
it
it.
says a
Yep.
unique mortal of sedition and seduction. So
That
anything
makes
that
sense.
says anything that has mortal on it can be used.
I think I'll play the Castle Haunt.
The Castle
Okay.
Hunt.
And then
So that's 3 of your mana.
that is
2 left?
3 of it. I do have 2 left, which I could do the tactical move, but we'll see if it matters. I guess before that, I can start attacking, and I'll attack
Yeah.
with the Men of Lang.
So I'll take 2. And it has to attack an avatar to make me discard, right? Yeah. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yeah, it would be absurd if you could tap a site and it would make you discard. It'd be like everyone needs to put this in their air deck.
So with the owl, if I chose to move and attack the windmill, the windmill's my land, so I can't do that.
Yeah.
Also,
Also,
it's
this Men of
nearby.
Lang should be tapped. Is that right?
I believe so.
Okay.
The
Now
Gorgon says nearby though,
yeah, it's all 9 spaces for the
so it's
Gorgon.
affecting your
Oh, it's
owl as well.
nearby.
Uh,
Oh, damn.
d-
But the
depending
owl
on
wasn't tapped, though.
no, it's adjacent. It's adjacent.
It's adjacent.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes
Other
it so
minions
much
at
better.
rest at adjacent locations are
Yeah.
disabled.
So the
Yeah,
owl is
so,
able to move no matter what. But if you move it into
okay.
that windmill area, it will become disabled.
Uh, unless possibly the tactical move could get it past there, I guess is
Correct.
the
The
question.
tactical move, yeah. So we know that it's going to allow you to move. We just don't know if it's going to allow this Men of Ling to move. So if you were to tactical move just to get the ominous owl here, that would work.
Yeah.
Um,
And then
but I
from
don't.
there, the owl could use an attack action to move and attack your druid.
Yes, but you would not want to move into this briar patch.
Oh, because that would kill it. I see. Yep, that makes sense.
And once I flip
Uh,
this guy, it's going to deal 2 damage to everything that comes nearby.
oh, figures. All right,
Well, 4 damage.
we'll hang out. I don't know if I want to use the tactical unless I can move the disabled Men of Lang. I think I want to hold on to it.
Yeah.
How do I get rid of this thing then?
There are kill spells. Do you have berries in there?
No. So what you're gonna need to pray for is the butcher, and then if you play it on your sorcerer, you have to connect it with a land first. But you can shoot him and drag him through the fire, and it'll kill it.
Okay. All right. Well, that will be my turn.
All right. So I will untap it, tap it, tap it. Draw a spell. Oh. Okay. I'm going to draw a site. And I will play an Orb of Balberith. The first time each turn a magic spell is cast nearby, Orb of Balberith creates a copy. The spell's controller may choose new targets.
Oh, wow.
Basically, what that means is,
He's
if you have a
playing blue.
Yeah.
basically this is a twin cast for every first spell cast. But it
Interesting.
has to be a spellcaster casting the spell from nearby.
Which all
Okay.
avatars are spellcasters. So.
Makes
So I will
sense.
then pass with no mana left up.
All right. Untap. Oh, it stays tapped. I will draw a spellbook card. I will tap to draw another.
Drown him in card advantage.
I think I like this. Projectile is up, down, left, right, or can it do a diagonal?
Up, down, left,
Adjacent.
right.
Their cardinal direction.
Okay.
And there has to be a land bridge connecting them. So you can't shoot projectiles through the void.
Okay. Here's a question. So if I had a land here, a site here where there's a void, could I move a creature that is currently in Joyous Guard to that land site next turn if it was there and attack with a projectile?
Projectile flies as far as it needs to, so you wouldn't have to move forward.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to move. The only thing is that you can't shoot through a void. So like you couldn't play something on Joyous Guard and shoot
Yeah.
to my ruins. You
But
would
if
have
you
to
had a
there would
land,
have to be some sort of land here.
did
either
you draw
mine or
Pudge
yours.
Butcher?
I
Yes, you did.
Okay.
What a god! But this is good though, right? Because
But I can't do it because he takes 2 Earth and I don't have 2 Earth.
do you really know?
You have you have two. No, he doesn't.
Oh my goodness!
Wait,
Yeah.
wait.
Only the windmill, huh?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sucks.
That's
It's okay. You can always, draw the site.
Draw land. Yeah.
Gonna have to. Yeah. Okay. So I can't do that, but I guess I can do this. I don't know how I want to do it. Put the Banshee here.
Okay.
And
Beat his face in.
I will attack with both of these here.
What is that? 6?
Yeah. 4 and 2.
Okay.
And I will pass.
I'm gonna draw a spell.
And those spells that get duplicated, that means even creatures count as spells?
No, I think it's magic.
No, it's just a magic spell.
Okay.
Okay, fine. You've forced my hand. I'm gonna play a poison well, and I'm gonna put a tawny here.
And tawny, I'm just remembering, it says to play a site, and if you don't control tawny. Okay, so yeah, you can summon them across the map. That's interesting. That's good.
Yeah. Now I'm going to move my Gorgon here. And then
Doesn't that make your... Oh, that won't disable your...
it doesn't disable the avatar.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast a Poison Nova using Tawny as the point of origin.
Got it.
So I'm going to deal 1 damage to this, 1 damage to this, 1 damage to this, 1 damage to everything here, here, and here. So your sorcerer will take 1. Wait, is it minion? Near minion. So it doesn't deal damage to your sorcerer.
Okay.
But it will kill these 3 minions right here.
Why will it kill the Banshee?
Because it has lethal.
Lethal. Got it. Okay. All right. Banshee's dead. Tawny's dead. Owl's dead. Men's dead. Okay.
All right. And I will pass the turn.
It kills Tawny too, though?
Each other.
Oh, good. Okay. Makes sense.
Card's strong as fuck.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
good. But now you have a
Uh,
land bridge, so that is a problem for me.
You need that
now I
earth
want.
site.
I need that earth. All right, I'll draw. Of course, it's not an earth. I will draw a site. And I can't play anything yet. I can play this owl. Although, is that a bad place to put it?
I think it's
Um,
okay because it's not disabled or anything, and then you kind of prevent him from being able to run away as well with it there.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. If he came into this square, he would just attack and we'd both take one and we'd both die. Is that
yeah,
Yeah.
how I
basically.
okay. All right. I'm gonna attack with both these, and that's all I can do. That's another 6.
All right. So I will take my turn.
I can't walk toward you with the Gorgons because it doesn't have airborne.
That is true. Tawny's gonna attack the bird though.
Yep.
Bird on bird genocide.
And I'm going to scorched earth this boneyard.
This man.
Choose any number of sites you control, destroy each of those sites and everything there. Okay. That needed to be
So
done.
so hell bent on it, he blows up his own mana source.
Does it matter which graveyard a card goes to?
Sort of. There are
Okay.
some cards that will allow you to get things back from your graveyards. Um, so that was 3 of my mana, and I'm going to. I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna draw a site. Oh, neato. And then I will put a wall of brambles here. Actually, I can't put it there. I gotta put it here.
Why couldn't you put it here?
Because
I
those
don't
are your
control this
sites.
land. Yeah, so these are your
Okay.
sites, and I have to put it at the top of a site I control, or an
An
allied site.
allied site. Got it. Okay. Whenever an enemy traverses this wall. Okay. So it's basically similar but slightly different than Wall of Fire.
Correct. And I will pass the turn.
All right. Um,
I can't see his hand, but I know you're in for a fucking world of hurt.
Who, me?
all right. So I don't need to
If
draw
you
a site anymore.
if you play a site near this thing, you take 2 damage, I believe. Oh no.
Enemy avatars
So you would have
lose
lost 3
one life
life when this came
for
into
each
play. 4
nearby
life.
site they control.
This would have
Oh
made you
wow.
lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would have made you lose 5 life.
Pretty strong.
Wow. That is pretty good.
I thought that was the other one, the one that made them take damage when they played a site there.
Cursed land or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I know that's in here.
So I will play a windmill.
Oh shit.
What is this? Doesn't do it. It just adds. Okay. So now I have what I need. I'll play the Pudge Belcher. Right here. I can't attack with him this turn though,
Nope.
so he's gonna hang out.
All right.
That's the end of my
It's
turn.
your turn. All right.
Yep.
I'm going to draw a spell. Oh. I'm gonna move the avatar over here. I'm gonna move the Gorgons over here and
Yeah, he's
attack your
scared.
windmill.
Yeah, he's scared.
You damn right I'm scared. So I'm gonna attack you for 2.
Okay.
Oh, 3. My bad. 3. And then I'm gonna put a Hamlet's Ablaze right here.
And what's this do?
Oh,
Conjure
nothing.
atop an ordinary or exceptional site. At the start of your turn, destroy this site and minions atop it and handle the blaze. Interesting.
It's land
Uh,
destruction, basically.
so how are you? Don't you need to have like a spellcaster to cast there?
No. So basically, what it is because it says an ordinary or exceptional site, you can target it, right? And because it's
Got it.
not a magic spell, it's an aura, so I can put it anywhere that I want to. So the
Okay.
cards, so like the cards that say magic, so elite magic, scorched earth, basically
Hmm.
says, hey, you can target any number that you want to. It doesn't have to be within your range, right?
Got it.
Poison Nova says uh, deal 1 damage to each other nearby minion. So you have to have a spot of the middle, which is why my Tawny used itself because it was a spellcaster that could cast the spell.
That makes sense.
So there are some cards that will say look at target a site up to 2 steps away, and then do that because if you were to target a site next to you, it would deal damage to your avatar if you used it that way.
Uh, okay. So yeah, Hamlet's Ablaze. That'll suck killing my land, but I guess at this point,
You got it
got my
out, and you
belts
already
ready.
got a land in your hand, so it's all right.
Yeah.
It's true, and that will be my turn.
All right. My turn. I will
I saved the rest because we can do
draw
something.
a
And then we
spell book.
What'd you
the
say, Sean?
boys put out a new ghost. Talking to my wife, I do,
Oh,
but I'll just wait for to eat it till we're.
So I still
You can.
do have the hand. I still have this
yeah, you
land,
still
even
have
though
the land.
Hamlet's Ablaze.
Yeah, you'll still have the
Uh,
mana this turn.
I'm gonna use. I'm gonna cast a creature. I want to cast him here, maybe. I don't
Since
know.
he's a
Yeah, we'll see.
spellcaster, I'd line him up, but in this
Oh,
deck,
here.
yeah, in this deck you don't really have any projectiles, but
Got
normally.
it.
And Grandmaster Wizard, people love to blow it up, even though it's a fucking has zero.
Yeah.
People love to use kill spells on it. I don't know what the deal is, but
Is it because you can regenerate that Genesis, or
you know, because it would have to die on what's it called, Geistwood, or like you could do
Boneyard.
Vivian or something and stuff like that. But when he's played, the Genesis is done unless you have a way to
okay?
reactivate it.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was like why people targeted him. Well, I don't see why they would go like
Yeah,
once he's got you the 3 cards, who cares?
yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm like, okay, if you want to bury the Grandmaster Wizard, fine, I don't care.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now there
Okay, yeah,
there
that
are
helps.
there are death speakers that will let you replay them, and it's very good.
Yeah, but then
Oh,
he has to
nice.
be in the graveyard for him to do it, so they're just helping you at that point.
Yeah. So that thing
So
is immobile, so it can't move, right?
which one?
So
This one?
Yeah, your
yeah, the
Oh, I
Push
push.
didn't
Butcher.
realize. Okay.
So that means that it can't move sites, which is why it taps to
Yeah,
drag something to it, which is why I got out of the way.
Which also
makes
means though
sense.
Justin can't play anything in the middle anymore.
Well, can I use tactical move?
You spent all 6 of your mana, I believe.
Well,
Yes, I
that thing's
did this
immobile,
turn, but
so it
yeah.
because it's immobile, it,
Yeah,
like
I
can't
think.
beats can.
Yeah, immobile.
Okay.
I think it won't allow you.
All right. I thought I wasn't sure if it just meant it doesn't get its own movement, but I get what you're saying. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
You can either choose to draw or play your
Oh,
site.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, guess. Do I want a new site? I think I'll draw a new site.
You don't have to draw one. I mean, yeah, you're online now. You can play anything in the deck with 6. You're gonna lose one and be back to 5, so you can either play your site and still remain
I
at
won't have
6.
2 Earth though. I don't know if 2 Earth is important.
Let me check for you
It's
because
earthquake,
I think Butcher is
plague,
the only
butcher.
thing. Yeah, Butcher is
You
the
have
only
earthquake,
thing in
don't
the
you?
whole. No, this is the deck that has basically no spells in it. It is
Oh, okay.
creature focused. Besides the ones
Oh,
that help you draw cards.
this is this the one that has that giant in it?
No, this is the one where like I killed you in like the first 5 turns. Like you were helpless.
Yeah. Okay.
In that case, I'll just draw a uh, spell.
A spell. All right.
All right, I'm happy with that, and I'm done. Also,
Alrighty.
for submerge, does it have to be a
A
water
water
site
site.
of some sort?
Yeah,
Yes, it does have to be
So
a
we
water
don't
site.
have any water sites, do we?
correct. You drew Nelly. That's what that tells me.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm going to now. If I have water sites, you can use those
Okay,
because a body of water is all connected water sites.
that makes sense.
At the beginning of my turn, Hamlet's Ablaze will destroy your windmill.
Yep.
And we'll put that there.
Oh, the rubble. I forgot about that. So that actually shows up anytime land is destroyed.
Yeah,
Right.
so basically it's basically a land bridge still. You can still walk on it. It's just nobody controls it.
And you can play a site on top of it to get rid of it.
Yeah. And I will draw a spell for the turn.
That makes sense.
I'm
So it'll
going
never
to
go back to being a void.
Basically.
correct. I'm gonna actually play a Fields of Canaan.
Okay.
You're insane.
Alright,
Each
so
player chooses. What is this? Oh, do you have to pay 3 red? Or no, you have to have 3
I have
red
to
for
have
this
3 red.
Genesis.
And this thing counts as one of its own.
Okay. Each player chooses one of their minions, kill the rest. Oh, geez.
So basically, my Tawny would spawn there. Because it was done before the ability, so I would choose the Gorgons to live.
Okay. And I'm obviously not going to choose the Grandmaster Wizard when I could keep the
Keep the
Butcher.
Butcher, yeah, basically. I'm going to attack your land here. Attack your windmill.
And that's for 3. Okay.
And then I'm going to play a Wall of Brambles on the Fields of Camelin here.
Okay.
And then thou pass.
Start turn. I will. I will draw a site. Doesn't do me much good, but okay, I'll play the site.
That's a water site.
It is a water site.
Yeah. Not necessarily sure where to go with it. If I played it here,
You can't.
Can't. So it has
I
to
can't
connect
play it
to
here.
yeah, it has to connect to your other land
Oh, okay,
mass.
that makes sense.
Unless it otherwise states, like you have to have, what was it, the cornerstone or whatever? It'll allow
Yeah.
you to play it in any
There are
order.
sites that can basically be played in different areas, but
Now that is a water
I
site
don't know.
for Nelly, though.
So playing her up here, and can I play Nilly underwater and she'd be safe from the Gorgons or no?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. The other question then, Blink. Would a teleport allow me to move an
yes, it
immobile
Yes,
unit?
will.
yes, it will.
Okay, that's what
Do
I
it
hear.
in this man's
All
career.
right, we will bring him here, and we will fire a projectile.
Was he 5 power?
Yep. He's a big
Yeah,
boy. You also get to
and
draw a
then
card from Blink.
how do I track how much mana I'm using here?
The buttons
Oh, I
are
see
like
it.
off from the actual number itself, but yeah.
That makes sense. So I've used 2 of my 4 remaining.
And you can
I
draw
could
because
do
of
a
Blink.
Nelly. Oh, really?
Yeah, Blink allows you to draw a card.
Draw a card. And I get to pick which one I draw from?
Does it say spell? I'm not sure.
I think it says draw cards.
It
You would
just says
choose-
draw a card.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you would
so-
choose what you
Alright.
want to do.
I'll take a spell. And then with that remaining mana, it's a question of tap, shoot a projectile. If it hits a unit, drag it here. Nelly may submerge it. So he just kills whatever she hits.
Yeah,
Wow.
basically. Unless I have something with submerge.
Got it.
Also, your
And that doesn't work on avatars though, right?
You can drag it to you.
Yeah, you just can't.
And it won't, but you can't submerge it. Okay.
Right. So I will tell you, the Joyous Grande is a water site. It has water threshold in it. So, if you play Nelly on top of that, Justin has to play a land and move to the left, or you will grab him.
Wow. I see what you're saying. Here's what I propose then. Yeah. Before that though, I think I'm gonna do this.
Oh, you said there's threats everywhere.
Yeah. And that will be, I think, my turn.
This is what I love about
I don't
this
think
deck.
there's
It's
anything
all
else I
about
can do.
positioning.
Yeah. This is good. I like this. This is fun.
I'm gonna draw a spell.
I'm sure you've got shenanigans, but I'm surprised you never flipped your druid though.
So if I did that, like I said, you're gonna win this game. I'm gonna make sure that you win this game because, if I flip the
I'm
druid,
just trying to learn.
yeah, most of your stuff is not gonna be able to get close to me if I flip the druid.
Yeah.
Unless you rip him toward you.
Yeah. Let's see.
And that projectile can go as far as it needs to. Like
Yep.
it could, in theory, next turn I could hit your druid all across the board.
Yep.
Wow.
Correct. You could.
That's pretty powerful.
Which is why I'm moving here.
Does the bramble do 1 damage to you?
It's
You have-
Enemy units. Okay.
Yeah, and I think he'd have to move this direction between his bedrock and your windmill.
No, that's also enemy units. Wall of Brambles is also enemy units.
Is it all 4 borders of the land though?
Atop. Whenever an enemy traverses this wall on the ground, it takes 2 damage.
This wall,
It's
right?
atop the border
it's just
of an
on the top
allied
of the
site.
wall.
So it would
his
just
phase assassin is still going to be able to come through.
Yeah, without taking damage.
Yeah, I'm going to play the courtesan.
He's gonna play the courtesan.
It's one of my favorite cards.
Doesn't she?
This card is
During the
makes you
next
roll your
turn.
eyes.
I have the alpha version.
I get to. Oh man, I
He
want
has
that
the
version
beautiful
so
one.
bad.
Yeah. The pretty one, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, what this card says is, I'm gonna take control of your next turn, and you're gonna take control of
Yeah.
my next turn.
Okay. Interesting.
Make him shit himself.
All right. So, that is going to be my turn. And
So this is your turn you're playing now.
yeah. Now I'm going
me,
to.
though.
Yeah.
You basically have to
So-
put all your cards on the table because there's no way for him to look at them.
Makes sense.
So I get to see everything you would get.
How do I?
Okay. So we have. You're gonna draw.
Oh, technically I have a land too.
Yeah. So you're gonna draw a. You're gonna draw a spell. So you're gonna draw this spell here. Oh,
Oh,
you're
man.
not playing that. So 2, 4. You have 7 mana.
I don't technically because this land that I played here is just to
Oh,
show
okay.
you.
Gotcha. 2, 4. 7. So if I do that, all right. You're gonna tap the sorcerer, and you're gonna play this land right here. Then you're going to use your tactical move. Move this guy here. and then you're going to. This tactical move doesn't draw you a card, right? Okay.
No.
And then you're gonna pay your 3, and you're gonna submerge Nelly here, and then you're gonna pay your 2, and move this guy here.
Okay.
And then you're gonna tap the butcher to shoot a projectile and hit nothing.
Okay.
And then
And you can do that then, huh? You can attack at nothing.
yeah. Because it says if it hits.
Okay.
So you can have these back. And this is the part where you take some control, I think. Because now you get my turn. So you get to choose
Yeah.
what to do. So you
Does he
get to-
keep the stealth?
he's,
Just curious.
Yeah, he's still stealth.
I was just
Yeah,
curious.
because
Even
he
though
went
he's not on
into-
the.
Yeah, he went into this
Yeah.
this site here. So
All right.
here's what's in
It
my
is
hand.
your turn.
Oh,
Greater Eyes. This is additional cost to cast Greater Eyes. Discard a sight from your hand. You need to discard it, or discard a sight on the board.
From your
from your hand.
Okay. So obviously, I think I want to draw a sight for you, maybe.
Okay, so you want me to draw a sight?
Yeah.
Now, before you do that, I only have 6 mana.
Oh. So you're not really gonna be able to do that anyway.
No.
All right, but I know what you've got. Okay,
Yeah.
that's smart. Well, let's take a look at your. Yeah, draw a spell then.
Okay.
Okay.
Jeez. All right. I get it. Okay.
The best part about having this knowledge is that he needs to draw 2 sights, and then he's going to have to draw a 3rd sight in order to be able to actually play it. So you have 3 turns before he can actually use the spell.
But
In that
important.
case,
It's important to note that I copied the spell when I cast it.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. So the courtesan will just walk through the fire.
Oh, nice.
Yep. It'll die.
You will
Ooh,
drop your item and move.
make him walk in front of your butcher.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Don't do that. Not nice.
Yeah.
And then he can't use the monument because he's no longer nearby, so he can't copy the creator rights.
Well, he's still nearby though, right?
When you shoot him with your projectile and drag him
It
towards you,
drags
it
him
will.
to
Oh
it.
shoot. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay. I like it. And that will be the end of your turn, I think.
All right. I get these back to my hand, and now it's your turn.
I am drawing a spell.
You are so fucked.
Oh, yeah. So how far does this guy butcher? He pulls them, drag it to its location. So it brings it to me.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Shoot. Okay. So that did 5 damage to you?
Yep.
And then I will. That won't hurt you though, will it? Because
Not yet,
well,
but your
it does
phase
have something
assassin
to-
is sitting
Yeah.
there.
Your phase assassin
Yeah.
can attack the druid.
then the phase assassin will attack,
So he's on
and Nelly
0.
can technically shoot a projectile, right?
So you
Well, I'm
have
at
to
death's door.
emerge. So he can't take damage, but you can't ascend from water and then do a thing. You have to use the movement to actually come up.
So, you know how you can normally move and attack, though, right?
Yeah. But her ability is to tap it.
Oh, I see. So she can't.
So she would shoot a projectile underwater if she was so
Bummer, I
basically
see.
because the avatar is not underwater, she
Yeah.
would miss.
Your Men of Ling, you should play it on your dark tower above. That way he can't run. No matter what he
Oh,
does.
perfect. That makes sense. I'll do that, and then I will unsubmerge her so that she can maybe do something useful next turn.
Okay.
So that was 3 mana, 5 mana.
I don't think you ever drew because we got excited.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And your sorcerer is untapped, so you can choose to do it again.
I will. Well, teleport an ally to a location nearby, draw a card. So I guess in theory, before I unsubmerge her, could I just teleport her to the top and attack?
Well, you
With the
Since
wouldn't need
blink?
to
he's
attack. I
because
meant death's door.
he just
Oh, it
hit death's
won't help.
door.
Yeah. All right, then that'll be the end of my turn.
But if he does something crafty, you can always teleport closer to him.
That makes sense.
What are you gonna do, Justin? Huh?
I'll probably die. Honestly.
You gonna play a fucking wall of brambles?
Uh,
Uh. Hmm.
bring out Bruin.
I didn't forget him. I just
Yeah,
it's not gonna help me here.
yeah.
You just Nelly him and then you fucking put.
Yeah. Yeah. So you win here.
That was pretty brutal. Yeah,
Yeah. And that just happened out of nowhere. Because I drew a wall of brambles and 2 crater rises. So
yeah. That's a bit much. Crater Ice for 8's expensive.
oh.
I've heard this thing's so nasty, that root spider.
Yeah.
What's the deal there?
It disables everything above
While
it.
it's burrowed. Yeah, and when it's down there, can you still target it with spells, or how do you?
No.
If
You have to
you
be underground.
had the land
Flame.
that is a spellcaster, you could throw it under,
Mm,
but it can't do anything against things that are burrowed. So you could walk a burrowed unit up to it and beat its face in.
nice. And it can walk underground, like under other territories, and
Yeah.
Right.
Basically, as
disable
long as
things.
it's a ground.
That's pretty
as long as
nasty.
it's
One of the combos people will do is that there's a card called Sleeping Giant. It's a 3 mana
Yeah.
and it has 5 attack. And they would just play that on top
Okay.
of the spider, and it would disable its sleep, and then they would move the spider, and then your giant's active.
Nice. I get it. All right, that's pretty good.
I will pass my turn, and you will end up beating me because I can't even move away from. I mean, I guess I could come over here,
And
but
then you could
And the
slap
butcher
him with
just pulls you back.
yeah,
So if I attacked with Nelly and a projectile, would it hit my friendly units or no?
You
No.
cannot attack your own units.
yeah, they step out of the
So
way.
The
so
projectile
then my
would just,
projectile with Nelly would hit
yep.
the
Yeah,
druid?
yeah.
You just
Nice.
want to
Okay.
drown him in
basically-
brutal fashion.
You basically get to
Yeah.
bring him over here and
Yeah.
try and drown him. Realize it doesn't work, and then hit him. And then if that didn't work, the Pudge Butcher can just be like, "All right, now come back."
Grab. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it. This is a good deck. Awesome.
That was fun.
That was good. I appreciate that. It was very educational. I would love to play again. It's 2 a.m. for me, so I will probably call it a night. But if you guys are up for more games, I'd be in to get more games now that I know how to do it. I feel a lot better about it.
I've been trying to
That's
get
very
Sean to
helpful.
play
Thank
more
you.
with me.
I'm free tomorrow if either of you are free and you want to get a game or two in.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, cool. I'm Eastern Standard, so yeah.
What?
All right, yeah, I appreciate it.
No problem, man.
I will
That was fun.
add, if you don't mind, Geyser. That's so. Sean, you're Netherlings,
Yep.
and Geyser, your name. I'm sorry,
Justin.
Jason.
Justin.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Okay, perfect. I'll add you in. If you don't mind, we'll get a game in.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
No problem, man.
Have a good night. I'm actually trying to figure out how to add you, and it's being. Here you go. I got it. I sent the request. All right. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate it. We'll
No
chat
problem,
soon.
That was fun.
It was. What'd you have in your hand? I know about 2 cards.
He had much more draw.
Yeah. Yeah, there wasn't much I could have done there. I think if I would have had, the Bruin and the Tawny stuff, it would have been different. But you kind of pinched me there with the Pudge Butcher and teleporting it and doing all that stuff.
I think that's the only reason I put Blink into the deck was to move the Pudge Butcher around.
Let me. Do you want to play one? Like, let me go grab that deck and then.
I think me and my wife are gonna watch something.
Okay. Let me. Oh, I'm in the game anyway, so I'm gonna create a deck here and. Oh no. Okay, so they did fix the druid. Are you gone?
No, I'm here.
Okay, they did fix the druid, and now you just flip it. Yeah, now you just flip the druid. So I'm gonna save this deck now.